Hey students, in this video we're going to talk about some measures of data and some statistics on data that give us an idea of what the data represents. We're going to focus on just finding them. Later on, we're going to work on actually interpreting what those things tell us about the data. So right now we're just working on finding them. There's measures of center and there's also measures of spread of data. Measures of center basically attempt to give you a typical value in the data set. They kind of tell you, they describe the data using just a number in the middle somewhere in a centralized position of the data set. So the two measures of center are the mean and the median. So the mean is the average of the data set. To find the mean, you add up all the numbers and then you divide that number by the amount of numbers in the data set. For instance, if you have 8 numbers in your data set, you add all 8 of those numbers together, and then you take that answer and divide it by 8, and that would be your mean. That's an average. The median is the middle number of the data set. So you have to order the numbers from least to greatest, and I'm going to show you how to do this. And then you find the number that's in the middle. Okay? If you've ever drove down the highway before with your parents, you'll see that concrete wall in the middle separating the two lanes of traffic going different ways. That's called the median. So just like that's in the middle of the highway, the median of a set of data is the number in the middle. Now, sometimes there's not just one number in the middle. If you have an even number of numbers in your data set, there's going to be two in the middle. To find the median of that, you would find the mean of those two numbers. So you would find the average of those two numbers in the middle. There's also measures of spread. Measures of spread are used to describe how spread out the data is, or how it changes and how consistent it is, or how inconsistent the data is. So these are range, interquartile range, and mean absolute deviation. In this video, we're only going to talk about range. We'll talk about interquartile range and mean absolute deviation later. Range is just the difference between the largest and the smallest in the data. So that's going to be helpful. If we put them in order from least to greatest for the median, we'll just use that and we just subtract the biggest number minus the smallest number. And that just shows us how spread out the data is. So let's jump into some examples here. We're going to find the mean and median, which are the measures of center right here, and then the range, which is one number that shows us the measures of spread. So for the mean, we just have to add all these things up. So we have to do 33 plus 26 plus 29 plus 31 plus 29 plus 30 plus 29 plus 27 plus 30 plus 29 plus 27. We're going to add all of those together. So when you do that, you get a sum of 320 after adding all of those together. And if I count how many there are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, there's 11 numbers. So the mean is going to equal that sum divided by 11. And when I divide that, 320 divided by 11, I get 29.09, and it keeps going. We're going to round to the tenths spot. So my answer, so where the 0 is, I look to the right of it. This 9 tells me to round up. So it would be 29.1, which tells me on average, the average number in this data set is 29.1. Now, for the median, we need to order them from least to greatest. So I'm going to do that right up here, right underneath. I'm going to look, 26 is the smallest, and then I like to cross it off after I use it. And then I see 27, see another 27. So cross both of those off. And then I see 29, another 29, another 29, and one more 29. So I have to put all of those, even though they repeat, I put all of them in there. And then I see 30, another 30, and then 31, and then 33 is the biggest. So there's the data set rewritten in order from least the greatest. So median, remember, is just the middle number. So what I like to do is I start on the outsides and I kind of work my way into the middle. I just cross one off from each side until I get to the middle. So I just keep crossing off. And there we go. Here's the middle number. So the median for this set of data is 29. The middle number in this set of data is 29. And then to find the range is going to be, remember, biggest minus smallest. So looking back at the order that I used for median, the biggest was 33, the smallest was 26, so 33 minus 26 gives me a range of 7. And that's how you'd find the mean and the median, which are measures of center, and the range, which is a measure of spread for this set of data. We'll do one more. The heights in inches of 8 tomato plants are the following. Find the mean, median, and range of the tomato plants. So again, we need to add all of these numbers up. 36 plus 45 plus 52 plus 40 plus 38 plus 41 plus 50 plus 48. I've already done that. You'll have to do that on your own. But the sum, when I add all of them up, equals 350. And then remember, the mean is that sum divided by how many numbers there are. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It actually tells me 8 right there. 350 divided by 8. When I do that division, I get 43.75. And again, rounding to the nearest tenth right here. I look to the right. That 5 tells me to round up. 5 or above, round up. So I would round to an 8. 43.8. On average, the height of these tomato plants is 43.8. For the median, we got to put them in order from least to greatest. So let's do that again. We'll do it right underneath the data set. So if I look here, it looks like 36 is the smallest. Cross it off. And then 38. Cross it off. 40. 41. Next, I think, is 45. 48. 50. And 52. And there they are from least to greatest. And again, I just got to find the number in the middle. So I cross one off on each side until I get to the middle. And look, there's not one in the middle. There's actually 2 in the middle, 41 and 45. So the 2 in the middle are 41 and 45, which means I have to find the mean of 41 and 45. That's going to be my median in this case. So I'm going to add 41 plus 45, and that gives me 86. And then I have to do 86 divided by 2, which is 43. So the median in this set of data, the middle number for these 8 tomato plants is 43. For the range, remember it's biggest minus smallest. So the biggest was 52. The smallest was 36. 52 minus 36 is 16. So the range, the difference between the biggest and the smallest, was 16 inches. And that's how you find mean, median, and range for sets of data. Have a great day, guys.